Alright, the next movie I want to show you came out in 2009, and I believe that this is a dream come true for every Elvis fan, anybody who ever loved Elvis Presley and his music. Now, in this case, in this movie, Elvis is appearing on film so that we can see him. It's opposite of what we see in Heartbreak Hotel. In Heartbreak Hotel, we could hear him, but we could not see him. Now, in this next movie, it is just the opposite. I believe that yes, this is Elvis appearing in this movie so we can see him, that yes, he is really here with us. But the man that you hear talking is really the movie star that they claim to be playing the role of an older Elvis Presley. Now, this movie came out in 2009 and it is called Lonely Street. And I believe that this is the return of Elvis Presley back to the public's eye, the only way he could come back at this time. Now, the movie makers claim that they have taken a movie star, Robert Patrick, and with makeup and prosthetics that they have molded from Elvis's face. And they made this guy up to look like a 70-year-old Elvis Presley. That's what the movie makers are claiming. But I believe that when you watch this movie, and if you pay attention to the details, you're going to find out that this is not so. Now, what you're going to see is Elvis appearing on film at many different ages. Now, let me explain. What I believe that they had done here was they started making this movie, at least the scenes that Elvis appears in, many years ago. And I would say every 5 years or so, they took these scenes and filmed them over and over again. And when they got time to release this movie, they just took all this footage over the years and they cut it all apart and they put it back together. What you're going to see is Elvis at many different ages. Alright, this is where it may get just a little confusing for some people. I do believe that it is a possibility that Robert Patrick did appear in maybe one or two of these scenes in this movie. But after studying this film for a very long time, I have no doubt, as many Elvis fans around the world, that I believe that Elvis Presley is the man that you see during the majority of this film. Now, all you have to do is pay attention to the detail. From scene to scene, you will see what appears to look like 3 or 4 different people. Now, this is because it is Elvis Presley at different ages. For instance, in the very last scene of this movie, I have no doubt that the man that you see getting out of this limousine is Elvis. And what you're going to see in this last scene is Elvis getting out of the limo and walking to the stage door right before he gets ready to go on stage for his big comeback show. Now, pay attention in this scene. From the time that Elvis gets out of the limo to the time he makes it to the door, at one point when he's walking, he looks different. He looks a little older from the time he gets out of the limousine to the time he gets to the stage door. And then when he's at the door, right before he's ready to go on stage, he even looks different again. Now, in this very last scene of the movie, right before he gets ready to go on stage, when he says showtime, really look at this point of the film, and you're going to see Elvis Presley. There is no doubt at all that this is Elvis on film, to show the world that yes, he really is still here with us. Now, there is another thing about this movie that I want to point out, and that is that two of the movie stars in this movie, now they have a history with being involved with other Elvis Presley projects, other movies. Alright, the first movie star is Robert Patrick. Now he's the one that is playing Mr. Aaron, the older Elvis Presley in this movie. Now Robert Patrick also played Vernon Presley in the 2005 Elvis the miniseries. Now the second movie star from this movie Lonely Street is Joe Montega. Now he plays the crazy DJ in this movie, the bad guy. But Joe Montega, he also played Joe Esposito in the 1979 John Carpenter film Elvis the movie, which starred Kurt Russell as Elvis Presley. Now another thing about this movie is, I believe that today most people are unaware that this movie even exists. And I believe that this is so because of the way the advertising and the promotion for this movie was handled. I'm going to show you now the way that this movie was released in 2009 on DVD. Now, what you're getting ready to see is the United States release of this movie. Now, this DVD cover that you're about ready to see absolutely says nothing at all about Elvis Presley. So really, take a look at this. This is the way this movie was released in the United States in 2009. Alright, that's the way that they released this movie in the United States in 2009. But now what I'm getting ready to show you is the way they released this in the UK. Now, I believe that this is the way this movie should have been released here in the United States. So here it is, the UK version of Lonely Street. Alright, there you have it. That is the way this movie was released in the UK. Now I tell you, I believe that if they used this DVD cover here in the United States in 2009, the world today would know Elvis Presley is really alive. Now, the next thing I want to show you here is the movie trailer from this movie Lonely Street.
If you ever wonder what an ass whipping is worth, my price is $300.
Hey, baby, why don't you drop the peanut, get with real men?
Not to do the whipping, of course. That's how much I charge to take one. Hey, when you're a private eye between cases, you take what you can get.
I might have some business for you. I work for a celebrity who happens to be in town. Fans been harassing him, and we feel a little extra security for a few days would be a good idea.
Who's a celebrity?
Well, as you might have guessed, privacy is of the utmost importance to me. So what I'm thinking is that you just keep an eye on him for us.
I'm gonna do a real good job for you, sir. I'm not gonna disappoint you.
But you know what they say about the best laid plans.
You were hired to tail this guy, and then you just left.
I have to change my shirt.
Tell me about Tankersley's murder.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
Everybody thinks I killed that reporter.
Didn't you?
I think you killed Hank, and you stole the demo.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like the king picked you to do his dirty work.
What can you tell me about the king of rock and roll?
The man's been dead, what? How many years now?
I sat this close to the man 2 nights ago.
Bullshit.
Who's your client?
Jesus.
I'm not Jesus, but I appreciate the comparison.
What?
The king is back, Jack!
You don't look like a killer.
What'd you do, get a makeover from Queer Eye for the P.I.? How dumb do you think I am, man?
I don't know.
All right, nobody move or the king is dead. Again.
That's it, man.
Alright, that was the movie trailer from this movie, Lonely Street. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play one of the songs from this movie. This song is called Waiting, and movie makers claim that Jim the King Brown recorded 3 songs for this movie. And as I begin to show you in the next part of this film, I believe that this is only just another name that Elvis used to release the music. And coming up next, I'm going to close this part of the film, but I'd like to take this point and say, if there's anybody out there who still have questions, I'm just getting warmed up. You haven't seen nothing yet. Coming up in the next part of this film, I'm going to show you scientific evidence showing us that Elvis is alive. I'm going to show you a news team that did a report and covered this nationwide for 6 years. And you got to see the last broadcast. You will have no question left. I believe that everything that I'm showing you is what I believe to be true. And I believe that the conspiracy theory surrounding the death of Elvis Presley is over. And as I show you in the rest of this film, I believe that this is a real life situation. But if you're still not convinced, that's alright, just enjoy the show. There was no official video for this that I could find, so what I did is I took this opportunity to show off one of my favorite Christmas presents from many years ago that my mom and dad got me. And all I did was make a little stage by the stereo as I was playing this off of the DVD. But I do believe that the sound quality is good. And what is important in this song is listen to what he's saying. He is trying to talk to us through his music. This is what I believe. So please really listen to what he's saying. And I believe that this is a really cool way to include this song in the film. And I would like to just say thanks, Mom, for everything you've done. And here it is. I hope you like this. It's really cool. Waiting from Lonely Street.
face is familiar, but I'm out of sight. You don't think that I'm here, you don't believe your eyes, till somebody says that it's true. I never left, I was right here all of the time. It was you couldn't see me while I was standing out of the light. I was waiting for this moment, I'm breaking in and out of time, 'cause all my life was stolen. I'm coming back to make it mine. I'm feeling so much stronger now. I'm telling all the truth and lies. I don't believe it's over yet. I'll be slipping sideways on a bigger stage while I'm singing songs to you. You think you've seen me hanging around this town, on every corner when the sun goes down. I'm the one that you left, I'm the lost and found. I'm the one who says that it's true. I'm on my way, I've been driving all through the night. This time I'm gonna stay, yeah, I'm back for good. Gonna come for you while you run to me. You've been waiting for this moment, been breaking in and out of time, 'cause too much time was stolen. I'm coming back to make it mine. I'm feeling so much stronger now. I'm something old and I'm something new, and I'm singing songs to you. And I'm singing songs to you. And I'm singing songs to you. I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been It's true, I never left. I was right here all of the time. It was you couldn't see me while I was standing out of the light. I've been waiting for this moment. I'm breaking in and out of time, 'cause all my life was stolen. I'm coming back to make it mine. I'm feeling so much stronger now. I'm telling all the truth and lies. I don't believe it's over yet. I'll be slipping sideways on a bigger stage. I've been waiting for this moment. I'm breaking in and out of time, 'cause all my life was stolen. I'm coming back to make it mine. I'm feeling so much stronger now.
Alright, that was the song Waking from this movie Lonely Street. And now we've reached the end of part 1 of this film. So how I'm going to end this is I'm going to show you some of the scenes from this movie Lonely Street. But the first thing you're going to see is what I believe to be a dream come true for every Elvis fan, an answer to a lot of people's prayers. I believe that this is the hardest, most concrete evidence today that Elvis Presley is really alive. And what you're going to see is, I'm going to show you the official video from this movie Lonely Street. Now the song is called When the Rebel Comes Home. And movie makers, like I said, they have claimed that Jim the King Brown recorded 3 of these songs for this movie. So, what you've got here is Elvis pretending to be an Elvis impersonator that has recorded 3 songs for this movie. But at the same time, Elvis is also pretending to be a movie star in this movie, made up to look like an older Elvis Presley. So the end result is absolutely amazing. By pretending to be 2 different people, what you're going to see is Elvis in front of you on film singing the song When the Rebel Comes Home. So, here it is. The man who we all love and respect so much, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Aaron Presley, singing When the Rebel Comes Home.
From the highway, out there fighting for years. Whether for God or for glory, he's been traveling through his fears. And he always feels like his next step will surely set him free. So be kind when he approaches, yeah, 'cause that rebel could be me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Doesn't know that the road's been dying for so many years. Been traveling in his darkness, he's been traveling through his fears. And he left his home as a young man, left a young one in him behind. Now his reason for leaving, well, I tell you, my friend, they're just a little hard to find. When the rebel comes home, please don't leave him alone. Shoulder. You better touch this man who's been so much older. Woo! The king is back, Jack! He's been walking along the shores of deception, turned his back on it all. But you know that something must be wrong when you get that late night call. I said maybe it was one geese on the ground, mother calling a child. The road his only eye and calling back from the wild. When the rebel comes home, please don't leave him alone. Let him walk his on his shoulder. You better touch this man who's been so much older. When the rebel comes home, please don't leave him alone. Let him walk his on your shoulder. You better touch this man who's been so much older.
Jesus.
I'm not Jesus, but I appreciate the comparison.
And he always feels that his next step will surely set him free. So be kind when he approaches, yeah, 'cause that rebel could be me. When the rebel comes home, please don't leave him alone. Let shoulder.
Still got it.
You gotta touch this man, there's been so much older. When the rebel comes home, down the lane, your head and your shoulder. You gotta touch this man, touch this man. Yeah, when the rebel comes home. Oh yeah,
Showtime.
when the rebel comes home. That's it, man.
Who the heck is this mysterious celebrity? Whoa. It's the king of rock and roll.
Want a smoothie?
A smoothie? What?
I'll make it a double.
Like, why would the king of rock and roll hire a low-rent PI like me to keep an eye on some crazy fan? I didn't know the answers, but one thing I did know, I needed to get paid pronto. Here's another question. Why would a dead celebrity on the down low hit golf balls under the brightest fluorescent lights I'd ever seen? If it were me, heck, I'd change my face, move to Wisconsin.
Oh!
Still, he hit it pretty good for a dead man.
Hey, glad to see you like the new threads. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you do good.
Yes, sir, I do feel good. I mean, you got the sizes right and everything. Thank you.
Oh, holy blazes. Shake it.
Must be a trip being dead and all. Excuse me, I mean, people thinking that you're dead and all.
Well, 30 years ago, people grew tired of Elvis. Reminded the people that grew up with him how old they gotten. Oh, people like Elvis again. Been back to Graceland in disguise. Watch fans put flowers on the grave. Heck, they even put me on a postage stamp for crying out loud.
30 years later, they're still licking your behind. Sorry.
I like you, Bubba. You all right?
Thank you, JG. What about all the sightings?
Well, I'm never where they say I am. You know, it's just fans that really want to see me. You know, like Sasquatch and UFOs and all that. Even after all these years, the fans are still loyal. They don't need rhinestone jumpsuits, gyrating pelvises, just the music and their memories. Loyalty is what I want from you, Bubba. I just want to take care of this financial situation. Just pay you a flat $500 so you don't have to account for all these piddly little expenses. Oh.
He's still got his swing.
Yeah, that's a golf shot. That's a golf shot, sir.
Still got it, don't I, JJ?
He's still got it.
Well, well. Bubba Mabry.
Jesus! It really is you.
I'm not Jesus, but I appreciate the comparison.
Wow.
Oh!
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Shut up.
I didn't. Oh! Damn it! Oh, damn it, man! Oh!
Shut up.
Ow!
Shut up.
I say ow! Burns, man.
Bubba, I thought I could trust you, man. Never thought you'd be the type to sell my story to the papers. It makes me sad, man.
Mr. Aaron, I did not bring her here. She brought me.
Mrs. Quattlebaugh, you look like the type that could cause me a lot of trouble. I've been plagued by you people all my life. Even now, you still come sniffing around.
Well, why don't you stop running then? You know, maybe settle down.
That's a drag, man. Stepping in and out of the shadows, buying mail order off TV. I want to go to Walmart. I hear it's amazing.
Then you should go public.
I would if I could, you know. Do it right for the fans. But then people like you would just foul it up.
I guess having murder on your conscience doesn't help either.
What's that supposed to mean, Bubba?
JG killed Harold Tankersley because Tankersley was going to louse up all your plans.
We didn't kill anybody. I wouldn't stand for it.
A great reporter was murdered, and I want to know who did it.
Remember at the beginning of all this when I asked you not to judge me? Well, now you can judge me. And that is the end of the story. Almost. I've been witness to some pretty big events in my day. The grand opening of a Piggly Wiggly superstore even saw Yasuko Katsumoto break the world hot dog eating record before he exploded in a shower of processed meat. But those weren't near as big as what Felicia and I were about to witness. We had backstage passes to the biggest event in rock and roll history.
My girl, Felicia, how are you? Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Bubba, ready to do this? Let's go do it.
All right.
We're on full lockdown. The king is on the move.
Enjoy the show. Showtime.